Hello everybody, it's Rex here, and today we're going to be checking out Transformers Rise of the Beast Studio Series number 98, Cheetor. Before we check out the amazing figure here that we've got, let's check out the box really quickly. So here is the box right here with a lovely Cheetor art there. Nice Cheetor on the side with robot mode, and we got this nice dark chocolate Cheetor right there. As you can see, the colors are way different. I don't know why that's the case, but very differently here. And this one's definitely way more yellow than the figure as well. You can see the color difference there. And yeah, so lots of different colors, differences on the back, on this box, in the back of this box too. And the box does come, of course, with the backdrop. This is the jungle scene, and you can take Cheetor and put him right there. And you can see how that looks like that. So there you go with that display option if you want to do that. And now let's get a closer look at Cheetor here. And he's got some really good details there, especially on the head. The head looks really awesome, looks really, really good. Nice chest, got some nice abs there, been working out. And all around looks really good, nice clean back and all around. This looks like a really good clean robot mode. Yeah, not too shabby of a guy, not too bad. As for his articulation, he's got a ball joint in the head so he can move left to right, spin full 360, look up a bit, look down a bit. You can rotate in the shoulders there, you can move out and down. I wish this was on kind of a spring or something so it would pop, move along with it. But besides that, it's not too bad, it's just annoying to deal with. He's got a bend there at the elbow right there. He's got full rotation in the wrist here, so that's great, especially when it comes to his weapons. We'll get to that in a bit. Then down below, he does have a waist swivel, which if you move this flap right there, you can get a full 360 going on right there. The legs can kick out straight ahead, so you can have them completely sitting down, like so. They can go back this far, but you can move that flap up. You can move back pretty darn far as well. And then when it comes to the knees, they can bend pretty darn good, about 90 degrees. And then down here at the feet, they have a nice rocker back and forth, and a little bit up and toe bend right there as well. So for articulation with this guy, it's pretty darn good. So there is that. He also has these Wolverine type claws here as well, which are just his Cheetor feet in his beast mode, but doesn't look all that bad as well. And as far as his accessories go, he comes with two of these weapons here, which are different. One is shorter than the other, so you can see that, along with the sculpt is also a little differently with each other as well. So what you can do with these weapons is you can equip them into his hands like so, and he's ready to go fight some Predacons like that, and he's ready. Look at that, he's got two spears ready to go right there. Also, you can take these and they can be stored on his back right here. So you can just plug these in with this big block right there. You just plug it in and plug it in, and there you go. Nice back storage there, and doesn't look too bad at all. Definitely looks like they're sheathed. And another thing you can do is you can take them and plug them in together like so to make this long double weapon spear, which you can throw and do all sorts of damage with. And to plug it into his hand, you're going to separate it first. And let's see, this is the smaller of the two. Yep, so we'll plug this one in there, and then we can take the bigger one and just plug it in like that. And now he's got this double wielding weapon, so you can spin that around and do all sorts of fight. So you can do all sorts of Darth Maul fighting maneuvers with that. And and you can see that the plug goes in certain directions, so you have to find that right angle and plug it in like so. And I'm pretty sure you can plug it in fully extended if you want to do that. Let's see. And there you go, for a long spear storage on his back. So there is that for storage weapon, and just come off quite easily. The tab should have been a little bit longer, I think, because it kind of just pops up like that. No pressure, no work at all, and it's just would have been nicer. But with that out of the way, let's get into some comparisons. And so first up here we have the Kingdom's Cheetor, and you can see the Rise of the Beast Cheetor is very bigger because this is a Voyager and this is a deluxe figure. So let's begin a ruler here to see how tall Cheetor is here, and he stands about 6.5 inches tall in comparison to the little Kingdom figure here. So you can definitely see that Cheetor for the movie definitely has gotten a big bulk in the design and everything. And I honestly like the Rise of the Beast version a lot better. I do like how clean it is, along with the cool battle mask. This guy just reminds me of the Last Night Dinobots, not Last Night, well, they were in the movie, but the Dinobots from Age of Extinction, which I love those designs for the Dinobots. So this guy definitely has that same feel, and which is partially why I like this design altogether. And speaking of age and distinction, here we have Slash next to Cheetor here. And yeah, definitely looks pretty sweet. I do like the comparisons of the two. I can definitely see these two factions going at each other in a battle. Pretty cool to see the Maximals and Dinobots duke it out. But definitely these look cool together. Yep, definitely you can kind of see the comparisons of the Knight design going on here. And here we have Rise of the Beast Bumblebee next to Cheetor there. So you can see the size comparison of the two. And I did swap this head of Bumblebee because I like this head way better than his lame mouth thing that he has. But yep, there you go for that. And here's a look at Cheetor next to Studio Series Freezer here. So you can see the scaling right there. And for a final comparison, here we have the Bumblebee Soundwave next to Cheetor. And just to show you the size, because this Soundwave is a very big, bulky Voyager, so you can see how big they two are. And Soundwave is still a whole head taller than Cheetor here. You can see that. Just big. And yeah, pretty well in scale here. I do like these two together. They do look really nice together, I will admit. That does look pretty good. Yeah, very, very nice in the comparisons with those two. Look really good. Enough of my rambling. Let's get Cheetor here transformed into his beast mode. And so first to start off with, let's do the front here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop open the back section here, which reveals the head of the Cheetor. And that's a really big head with a big cavity. I love how clean that goes in there. But we just flip that. Then we open the chest there, push the head in, close that up. That's all gone. You just close the head, back face back down. There's a little flap in the neck there. You just flip out. You get that down. And there's these tabs right in there. Right there. They're going to plug into that slot right there. So we just rotate the shoulders. And this bit is the most difficult of the transformation. You can kind of get them. Okay, I was wrong. You see this big slot there? That's the tab that plugs into this. All right. Not that, this one. Okay. Alright, so we just got to get that all in there and plug that one in. Once you get the first one in, the second one goes in a lot easier. But you kind of have to fiddle with it. And once you get that all plugged in, you can rotate the arm there, flip that back, rotate the paw, flip these forward, do the same thing on this side, rotate, flip, and there's the front, all done. Moving on to the back side, we just flip the tail up, and we can bring down the legs here. We want to rotate both legs like so. Flip open the foot here, which is, just get that open there. And then from here, we're going to flip open the foot, bend it, and then we're going to bend it again. And this, see that hole right there? There's a little tab in there. I'll just plug in right into there. Then we're going to rotate the whole leg, fold that in, fold that back, and there you have the leg. And then we just do the same thing over here. We do untab, flip, plug, rotate, rotate, rotate like that, okay? So you go back in this orient shape, flip up the back foot, fold that, fold the tail back down, and there we have Cheetor all transformed into his beast mode. And here we have Cheetor in his beast mode, and it does look pretty awesome. I do love it. So let's get in here and take a look at that noggin of his, which definitely looks pretty nice. I do like he's got some nice, beautiful green eyes in there. Nice little paint all around. His mouth does open and close right there. It would have been nice if the teeth were painted silver. I'm going to do that a little bit later on. But all around looks really good. Nice detail and all of that carries right into this beastie mode. Yeah, looks really, really good in the detail department. For Cheetor's articulation, he does have a ball joint in his head. I wasn't sure about that, but you can pop off the head, and there you go. It's definitely a ball joint. And if you just take the head off here, you give that to Scourge, and he can mount it on his wall. If you knew his trophies, he could do that. Yep, so definitely head articulation there. His head can move up slightly, down slightly, left to right, as you can see there, and the head can spin a full 360. So, you know, range of articulation is not that great. It would have been nice if that ball joint get a little bit more, but it is appreciated. He does have a little bit. So he can do a little bit with that head. You can get him looking a little bit. For his arms, you can do this. Meow. So you can kind of go like that. He does have hand syndrome here. So that's probably the only negative thing I could say about the beast mode is they get the hand thing out there. But it's not too noticeable. Leg articulation in the back can move a little bit, and that kind of pops the flap over here, so he can move pretty much like that. Not too much articulation, tail moves. So again, for most beast modes like this, it's pretty much just a brick you can just set there, and he can't do much. You can pose it a little bit, so you can kind of do, something like that. So not too much there in the articulation department right there. And starting off with comparisons, here we have the Kingdom Cheetor next to the Rise of the Beast Cheetor, and you can see the differences right there. I will say this Cheetor here does have better arm articulation, so he can move his arms and get all different poses. So you can have him, pose like that. So you can do a lot more posing with this Cheetor, and you can kind of get Cheetor in a, lying down like that. So this one definitely does have more articulation there, though this one doesn't have any head articulation, while this Cheetor does have head articulation. So, for beasts, I do like them both the same. They both look really good and really nice. Yeah, not too shabby for that comparison. And you can definitely see the size difference of these two as well. And next up for comparison, here we have the Rise of the Beast Off-Road Bumblebee next to Cheetor, and I think that looks pretty good, especially for scale when they're running together in the trailer. That's not in the movie, but in the trailer they're running together. He's driving and Cheetor's right next to him, and this scale does look like that matches pretty darn well. So you can see how that looks. And finally, for one last comparison, here is the Age of Extinction, or Last Night. I don't remember which color this one is, because I know there's at least 2 slashes out there. But here is Slash next to Cheetor here, and again they do look pretty sweet together. And again, the Maximals from Rise of the Beast definitely give me a Age of Extinction Dinobot vibes. So these two do look pretty cool together. Definitely could see these guys facing off each other, Dinobots versus the Maximals. Who would win, Slash or Cheetor? Who wins this engagement? Let me know down below. And finally, let's go over a fan mode for Cheetor here to fix his arms here. So you can give him the ability to rotate like the Kingdom Cheetor, so you can do that. And you also can kind of clean up the side here a bit. So if you just leave these bits folded out like so, it does give him a nice cleaner look on the side there. So you can do that if you want to. It does definitely helps keep the mode looking nicer. There's just a big gap there, flip it like that, it does look better. So now let's give him the articulation in the shoulders. So what you have to do is you just untab the arms like that, you rotate them out, you pull Cheetor's head down, and then you rotate like so, and you rotate like this, and there you go. He does get very bulky in the front there, so he definitely looks more like he's hit the gym even more so. But this does allow you to give him shoulder articulation, so you can rotate there, you can go out to the side, right there, so you can get him into more poses, so you can, give him a little bit more amount, like so. You can angle his head up and down. The only bad thing about this is you got a big gap there on the neck. So it's not a perfect fan mode, but this does give you the ability to give Cheetor here shoulder articulation if you want to in that regard. It's just something that I found out you could do if you want to give him a little more articulation. For play-wise, it works, it's something. And so this has been a look at the Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beast Cheetor, and I think it's a really awesome figure. Definitely looking forward to getting the Studio Series Rhinox and as well the Studio Series Leader Class Primal. Those two are going to be pretty awesome, and seeing how Primal goes toe-to-toe with the Studio Series Grimlock is going to be pretty cool when I get those two compared together. But again, that has been a look at this guy. You can let me know down below what you think of this Cheetor, and I hope to see you on the next video. Until then, have a great day, and goodbye everybody.